Alright, Kahalala Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles of GMS who rule well, who I learn the truth from. Alright, and salutations unto Yakim and Akwath that do take heed across the four corners of the earth. May Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rachak Wadash increase your faith. Alright. This is going into the book of Ezekiel chapter 8, and I might go off on other topics. I feel the spirit moving me. I just seen a few videos, and I heard a voice note from one of the brothers in Peru, which was uplifting, man. Is goddamn inspirational. That the fact that you have men, that are truly moving by Rachak Kodash, where you have men in so-called what Esau calls third world countries, right? Even though this place we're living in, as so-called civilized it is, it's a fucking cesspool. But you have men in third world countries that are rising up, and standing for Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rachak Kodash, and honoring their elders, the apostles of GMS, and the elders on down, and they're pushing the work, man. They're doing the will of the Father, man. That's beautiful. So it brings me to Ezekiel chapter 8. I'm gonna start at verse 5, and this is the angel speaking to Ezekiel, right? And this is you niggas, man. I gotta make a side note. I fucking hate you, goddamn 2/3, man. You spicks, you niggas, you tomahawks, man. You fucking confusion of face niggas, man. I hate you, motherfuckers, man. All right, you got white niggas out there. You got Chinese niggas out there. You got fucking all kinds of nations that are jakes, that look like other nations but are Israelites, man, and they act like a goddamn rebel, man. It's as if the Most High hasn't cursed you far enough, man, to think you're a goddamn Elamite or Edomite or Moabite, and you're a jake, man. Proud, man. All right, but guess what? We're coming to a time of meekness, man. We're coming to a time of humility, right? This is Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 5. Then said he unto me, Son of man, lift up thine eyes now the way toward the north. So I lifted up mine eyes the way toward the north, and behold, northward, at the gate of the altar, this image of jealousy in the entry. He said furthermore unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do, even the great abominations that the house of Israel committeth here, that I should go far off from my sanctuary? But turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations, right? And this is one of my favorite scriptures, because you jakes, man, that are doing this, you're putting up a facade, and really who I'm really, at the end of the deal, when the water boils, when it all boils down to, is I'm getting on you Israelites that know your so-called Israel, man, whether you be IUIC, any other group, right? You guys know, and you might have heard something that the apostles or brothers said, or whoever from GMS or spiritually affiliated with GMS. I'll put it like that. Those who have ears, let them hear, right? You may have heard them say something that, man, that just clicks. That makes sense. But my leader didn't say that. Well, there you go, man. Right? You just made your fatal mistake, right? Because if you truly believe that the mark of the beast is not taking the chip and incision in your right hand or your forehead, man, you're gonna have a lot of problems, man, right? But this is going for you jakes, man, that truly believe you're hiding your wickedness from men. This is not from men. The Most High has angels that report to him, man. When you do wickedness, if you don't feel wrong, if you don't feel that chill down your spine, that feeling of regret, man, that supplication that you seek from the Lord, you start praying, and you start feeling like shit, man. Your whole week might be shit just because of that incident, right? If you don't have any of that shit, you're just like, you don't even realize you sin, man. You got a problem, man, right? And guess what? You hate that we're telling you these things on the corner every damn week, right? That's what it says in the book of Amos, was at 5:20 or 21. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, that speaketh uprightly. I'm roughly paraphrasing, right? Let's go to verse Verse 7, and he brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. And the Lord's bad, man. The Lord's peculiar, man. The Lord does things strangely. You brothers that are anal and uptight like the white man, stop getting in that fucking mode, man. The Lord is dynamic. He's fluid. He flows like water, baby. All right? He does things out of the box, so to speak. You got to get used to it, man. You know, one day the Most High might come to you in a vision or in a spiritual sense, okay? Which other people think you're crazy, you're schizophrenic, that's what they call it, right? But he might come to you just like he came to Ezekiel, just like he came to Isaiah, just like he came to Ezra's. He came to all these men who, coincidentally, we are today, right? Via 1 Corinthians 14 or chapter 14 or 15, when it says the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets, man. Right? He came to them and he made them do strange shit, man. Okay? He made them do things that they scratched their head. They said, what the hell am I doing? Right? But you just have to be in the mindset of whatever the Lord does, I'm going to do it. Even if it don't make sense to me. Right? The white man is what? Rationale. All about rationale. We have to understand things. Let me observe. Oh, we have to study this. Right? Like Paul Mooney said, this is interesting. We have to study this. Right? Esau's like that. But guess what? You can't be like Esau, man. We're Jacob, man. We're spiritual, man. We feel this. Before you even say it, we feel it, man. Intuition. Look up the word intuition, man. I might do a lesson. Right? Like the brother Howard, he does videos on word of the day. Intuition, man. That's a beautiful fucking word, man. That has to deal with the spirit and you sensing things, man. Right? It says, verse 7, and he brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall, Salakia. Then said he unto me, Son of man, dig now in the wall. And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door. And he said unto me, Go in, and behold the wicked abominations that they do here. So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping things, and abominable beasts. See? And all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed upon the wall round about. And that's Jake, man. You go to a fucking Jake's house, you might see 10 Caesars in there, man. Right? Maybe 50 if it's an Ephraimite. Northern Kingdom, man. Right? You might see that shit. You might see candles. You might see a candle lit with a small plate with some bread, with some goddamn fruits, rotten fruits and flies flying around it, man. Right? And they think that's honoring the dead. Right? Which where do they get that bullshit from? They get it from the Catholic system, man. From the Catholic doctrine. Right? It says, verse 11, and there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel. See that, man? You see? These were ancient, respectable men of reputation. See? And in the midst of them stood Jazaniah, the son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in his hand, and a thick cloud of incense went up. See, and that's another thing that brothers used to get tripped out on, was if burning incense was lawful. Because when I started burning incense, I remember when I started burning it, because it's in the scriptures, man. When you read Exodus, Leviticus, it's all in the scriptures, right? But brothers in the world, what did we know, right? We knew about, some brothers knew about witchcraft, obia, right? Voodoo, all these different santeria, right? Brujeria, all these different goddamn fucking evil ways, man, right? So we thought instinctively, oh, incense, you're burning it to other gods, man. You know, and I used to do it, and certain brothers say, you know, they kind of joke, you know, anecdotally, like, hey, you're burning that to other gods, you know? But we had to get in the scriptures, and we had to understand these things. But these wicked-ass fucking niggleites that we're reading about, where it says every man has censer in his hand, like in the church, they have that thing that they walk around with, you know, like in the Orthodox church. And it moves the incense right throughout the church, which the incense they're burning is fine anyway. All it is frankincense or myrrh, you know, unless they're burning something else. But a lot of them use that, so that's in the scriptures, man. But when they do it, again, you brothers have to apply yourselves, man. You have to use balance, common sense. They're doing it. What are they doing? They're hoping those prayers, that smoke brings up their prayers to these damn demons, man. They're damn gods, right? So when we do it, it's really a sweet savor to the Most High, because it tells you when we even killed a lamb and we did certain sacrifices, it says the Lord smelt it, man. He said he smelt a sweet savor unto him, man. It tells you that, right, in the Old Testament, in the Torah, the law, the Torah, right? So doing certain things, it pleases the Lord, man. That's why He has us do these things, and He created these things. He created frankincense, myrrh, which are just resins from trees that solidifies and then you burn it, right? He makes us do all these things, these sweet spices, cinnamon, cypress, cedar, spruce, pine, all these things that smell. Gad, Reuben, man, they all dealt with that, man. Cedar, sage, was a sweetgrass, right? These things smell amazing, man, right? And even Esau, being the devil he is, which the Lord said in the book of Ezekiel, I forget which chapter, but He said, "Thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can keep from me." And it said He has searched out everything. So they even said that burning sage, it actually kills a lot of the bad bacteria in your room. It purifies the air, right? So these things we got to know as well, man. Right, verse 12, then said he unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark, every man in the chambers of his imagery? Damn, man. See how wicked that is? Every man is a chamber of his imagery, meaning his idols. The word idol goes back to image. You have an image. You like in if you brothers watch Gladiator, right? They show you miniature figures of their gods. They might even have a miniature figure of their family, of their mother or their wife or their children, and they kiss it and they pray to it, right? That's all foolishness, man. You don't need no fucking figure of your mother and all. You have a vivid memory, but you people, you're so vain and wicked that you want to make something of earth and pray to it, man, like it has some power, man, when it's just going to turn back to the earth. Then it's saying in the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40 or 41, all things of the earth shall return to the earth again, man. Right? Simple, man. That's why it's a beautiful thing and a thing not to be taken for granted, to be supping at the Lord's table, because He gives us great understanding, man. Not like these sheep out here, man. These simple people, right? They're just given to their delusions, man. Right? And look what they say. For they say, the Lord Yahweh seeth us not. The Lord Yahweh hath forsaken the earth, man. And isn't that what Jake says, man? Right? Jake has a zeal. They really know, because it's a spirit, man. They really know the Lord exists and He's going to judge them and He's going to mess up this planet and He's in control of everything. But they still do their wickedness, man. They say, man, God don't care about us, man. Remember in Boys in the Hood, which every nigga in Spick watched, man? Right? What was his name, man? I forget the fucking guy's name, but he was played by Ice Cube, right? He Doughboy, right? Doughboy, he's like, man, they ain't no God, man. Motherfuckers getting smoked out here every day, right? And just like in Malachi, it says, wherefore hast thou loved us? That's what Jacob says, man. See, so you guys saying that the Most High, forsaken the earth, man. Verse 13, yet it's like He said also unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. Then He brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord Yahweh's house, which was toward the north, and behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. Then said He unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than these. And man, if I was Zeke, I'd be scratching my head like, God damn, how the fuck can they do greater shit than this? And He brought me into the inner court, verse 16, of Yahweh's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of the Lord Yahweh, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men, with their backs toward the temple of the Lord Yahweh. See, and their faces toward the east, and they worship the sun toward the west. They're worshiping the goddamn sun, man. Right? And my dad, I remember he told me a story 10 plus, man, 15 years ago. You know, I think I was maybe in No. Probably not. No. Cause I analyzed it after, but no, I wasn't in the truth. But yeah, 10 or 15, something like that, man. Maybe 12, not 15, but like maybe 12 years, 10 to 12 years. But he told me a story. He was working. He's a musician. He worked with this other musician, and at one point it was some time, man. It was like 3 o'clock or sometime 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And he's like, hold on, I gotta go in the balcony one sec. Give me 10 minutes. And he said the motherfucker went outside. And as the sun was at a certain point, he was praying to the fucking sun, man. You know? And that's why when it came in the word, I said, damn, man, these people are really bugged the fuck out, man. These people are really drunk, man, as it says in the scriptures. You're gonna pray to the sun, right? And the fool's rationale on that is what? What did they tell you? Oh, I can see. Like that. There was that comedian, man. I forget what his name was. Carwell George. Shoot, man. And even the apostles. He died, and even the apostles made a video because I believe he was the one who coined the phrase "America's circling the drain." Right, just like when you have water in the sink and you turn the tap off. Right, but that water, what happens? It doesn't just go all the way down. It circles and circles and circles, and then it goes down. So he was basically saying America's on its way out, you know, and he made a comment like when he was on stage, right? I guess like a joke, but he's like, I worship things I can see. He said, I can't see God. He's like, I gotta worship the sun or the moon or things I can see, tangibly. Well, that's foolishness, man, because the Most High made those things. Does the sun have knowledge? No, the sun is called upon by the Lord, man. It tells you that in the book of Baruch. Right? Matter of fact, if I can find it, I'll bring it out. I got the Apocrypha in my hand. But again, man, these people are really foolish, man. You know, they're simple at the end of the day. You know, they need to see things. They need to see tangible things with their eyes. Right? Or else they don't believe it. That's why it says in what's that scripture in the book of John? Is it John? No, 1 Corinthians, right? I forget which chapter, but it says the Jew seeketh after a sign, and the Greeks after wisdom, right? Which the Greeks was speaking about the Hellenists, right? Which were Israelites in the Greek state of mind. I'm trying to find that scripture, Salakia. But basically, the Lord commands these things. The Lord commands the stars. The Lord knows the name of the stars, man, or the names and the numbers of the stars. It tells that in the book of Psalms, right? Yeah, I can't find it right now. You know, I don't wanna take too much time. Oh, that's the spirit. This is Baruch 6, and I'll start at 60. It says, for sun, moon, and stars being bright and sent to do their offices are obedient. What does that mean? Sent to do their offices. Who are they sent by? Other powers, man. Whether it's Alahayim, the angels, or it's all from the Most High and Yahweh Shai at the end of the day. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Right? And Bahashim or Chakwadash, can never forget that, man. It's all through the spirit. It's all through the wind. Right? The energy, man. And they're sent to do their offices. In like manner, the lightning, when it breaketh forth, is easy to be seen, and after the same manner the wind bloweth in every country. And when the Most High commandeth the clouds to go over the whole world, they do as they are bidden. Hey man, that's crazy to even fathom that. Can you even imagine that? So the Most High is in control of everything, man. Okay, that's why one of his titles is what? Omnipotent. Omni means every which way. Potent means power. Okay? So every which way, man. He's all powerful. It says, yeah, that was it. You know, it goes on a little bit more. You brothers can read, but for time's sake, I don't want to do that. And again, I'm not going to finish the whole chapter. Actually, Salakia, my bad. There's 2 more verses. Verse 17. It says, Then he said unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence and have returned to provoke me to anger. And is that not what Jake is doing now, man? Have they not filled the land that they dwell in with the violence, man? Which is of course due to who? Esau, right? But Jake kills Jake for no reason, man. Right? There was a shooting here in Toronto a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and the whole thing that Esau used in the media, Esau likes his highlights and his reels, but he said this man didn't even know him for 1 minute, right? He said they were walking and the guy was walking into a restaurant to get some food, and I guess they bumped into each other. Maybe they bumped. In Toronto, if you look at someone wrong, they'll tell you what's up. That's why they call it Screwface Capital. Jake is emotional as hell, man. And I guess, like they said, there was a conversation, an exchange of words, and the guy pulled out his gun and shot him and killed the kid was 18, right? So that's the curses, man. So that's what we're reading right here, right? You Latin tribes, you Gadites, man. You Gadites are blowing your fucking heads off, man. Up in Winnipeg, it's Saskatchewan, and Winnipeg is the city, but Saskatchewan, like Saskatoon, Regina, Alberta province, right? You got those are the murder capitals of Canada, man. So, and who the hell's doing it? Is Gadites, man. Crazy as hell. So are we not reading prophecy before our eyes, right? And this was happening back then, but guess what? That which has been is that which shall be, man. Okay. Isn't there a saying that they say all things change yet remain the same? Well, that's Ecclesiastes chapter 1, or chapter 1, all right, chapter 1 and 7, I believe. It says, and lo, they put the branch to their nose, and therefore will I also deal in fury. Mine eyes shall not spare. So Jake thinks they're bad, right? Jake thinks they're bad, man. They're on top of the world. Well, the Most High is going to bring a fucking demon, decrepit, degenerate creature named Esau, okay, into your neighborhoods, man. Just watch the last purge, man. That's what he's going to bring. Times 10, really. All right? Therefore will I also deal in fury. Mine eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in mine ears with a loud cry, yet will I not hear them, man. See that? So that's what's coming, man. That's what's coming to this place. The Lord, even though we're the apple of his eye, he basically turned his back on the 2/3 completely. On this side. Okay? They're coming back in the kingdom, but on this side, he completely turned their back. And he has only stretched out his arm, so to speak, to the 1/3, man. Which Barakate Yahweh, Barakate Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash, Barakatham, Barakatham, Barakatham for that, man. That we even have a chance, man. Right? So you Jakes, man, that are hearing this, man, you better get right, man. Right? Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. Okay? So with that, I want to say, Kal Halal, La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash, Barakatham, 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 Thamyad. I read the Malanas unto the apostles of Great Millstone, who I learned the truth from, the great men upon the earth. Okay? And salutations and blessings upon you, Akim wa Aquath, right? Aquathium, that take heed across the four corners of the earth. May Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash increase your faith. Shalom.